I've always called this our Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Because I mean,
In our industry, yeah, this is big time.
it is. It's like it's every 2 years.
Yep.
Everybody gears up for it. So it's the Super Bowl for our industry.
This is Beyond the Moon, a Ditch Witch podcast where we dig deep into news, job site stories, Ditch Witch culture, and all the other dirt that makes up the industry.
Hey, I'm with my buddy Kurt Moreland with Utility Fleet Professionals, and we're here at Utility Expo, and it's a little soggy. Have you, first of all, how are you, Kurt? How's everything going?
I'm doing great. I've been in the industry since 1984, so I've been to a few utility expos, and I just got to compliment you. I love the name of the podcast, Beyond the Moon, and just really excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah, we love the podcast. We're in season 3 now, so it's been going pretty well. So yeah, if you haven't looked it up, look us up on anywhere that you stream a podcast. We'll be there and you can find it. But we're happy to have you on today. And you said you started in 1984. That means that this is not your first Utility Expo. Do you remember your first one, or do you have any fond memories of this show in years past?
I do. I actually got on a plane and went to Kansas City. So that's a good trivia question right there. Is when it was known as IQ, it started out in Elburn, Illinois, which is not too far from our office, our headquarters in Crystal Lake. And in the 80s, it was at the Kansas City airport.
Okay.
And there was no shade because it's a runway.
Right.
And it was 100+ degrees and we all melted. So very, ingrained in the memory, that one for sure.
Yeah, no, that sounds fun. So we're not having that issue today. We are not out on a runway. We are not getting blasted with the sun. We're inside a tent. We got wind going through here. And unfortunately, we just have a downpour all around us. So we got a lot of activity in the booth that we're pretty excited about. But this happens a lot, right? I mean, not just in our profession, but at this show, it seems to rain a lot. You agree with that?
Absolutely. My advice to anybody who comes to this show is have a poncho, number one.
No doubt.
And have comfortable shoes.
Yeah.
You don't want to wear heel dress shoes here.
I almost put my heels on, but I went with boots instead today.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what's you're obviously in the Ditch Witch booth. You've been in the industry forever. What is there anything that stands out about Ditch Witch? I know that you have worked with my boss's boss, Shan Kirtley, who's in our executive leadership team. He used to be in a role kind of like mine. But do you have any Ditch Witch stories or anything that comes to mind when you see the Witch and Moon?
Yeah, I'm back from the good old days.
Yeah.
So, I started in the industry about the same time that Shan Kirtley was a marketing assistant.
Okay.
How's he working out for the company?
You know what? I think he's going to be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to make something of himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, I remember attending press conferences where they said, oh yeah, we're going to introduce this new thing called directional drilling. Because a lot of people probably don't even remember before, when you used to lay cable or conduit, you had to dig up a street.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you had to stop traffic, detours and everything.
Yeah.
And they explained that they were basically going to use the technology, if I'm correct about this, like from the naval technology for torpedoes to guide the directional drill under the ground. And to me, that was just like science fiction.
I'll take your word for it. I don't know. I don't know enough about that, but yeah, that's awesome. So, this is day one of Utility Expo right now. So what is a typical Utility Expo, or IQ, as you probably are more familiar with it? What does a typical show look like for you? You just make your rounds, or you go see new stuff? You talk to people? Like, what does somebody in your position do?
That's a great question. Yeah, all the above. We're all in the utility industry. I knew it was going to be soggy. I got the hiking boots. I got the raincoat. You got to bring sunglasses, sunscreen. You almost got to I treat it almost like a hike.
Yeah, there
like
you
I'm
go.
going on an outdoor hike.
Right.
And because there's just so much to see here. We're in the digging area. That's one portion. Then there's, all the bucket trucks, all the crane trucks.
Oh yeah.
Outdoors, it takes a lot of time, and then the indoor exhibits. There's another 1,000 in there.
Yeah. It
So
just goes on and on.
it is. So I really try and organize.
Yeah.
You can't crisscross back and forth.
Okay.
That's the big tip. Is I try and pre-plan as much
Yeah.
as possible. Save some shoe leather.
That's right. Have a plan, have a roadmap, make
Yeah.
sure you get as many stops. Can you see the whole show in 2.5 days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, sometimes, yeah. Not all the indoor exhibitors,
Right.
but the outdoor. Yeah. So I go around. I look for new products.
Okay.
I talk to some of our advertisers. I talk to some potential advertisers. So I've always called this our Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Because
In our industry, yeah, this is big time.
it is. It's like it's every 2 years.
Yep.
Everybody gears up for it. So it's the Super Bowl for our industry.
Yeah, so we love coming to the show. We feel like we play a big role in the show. I think we got people coming to see us for directional drills and vacuum excavators and stand-on skid steers and trenchers and everything that we make. But for those of you that aren't at the show and haven't been here, there is a bunch of stuff that Ditch Witch doesn't manufacture. There's scissor lifts and sky lifts and stuff. And Kurt and I were on the phone last week or 2 weeks ago or whenever that was, and you were telling me a story about going up in one of those buckets.
That's a tradition that I have. There's a company here called Bronto Skylift.
Yeah.
And they go above the standard aerial lift truck, the tool of the trade is the medium duty. I think you can go up close to 200 feet. The other thing I love about this show too is the food.
Oh yeah.
At some trade shows, you have to you pay $10 for a hot dog,
Right.
And who knows how old it is. And here, I mean, you get these the fresh food vendor like food trucks,
Right.
And the people are local and they're really nice, and so I think that makes it unique too. And yeah, you guys are always growing, acquiring, or innovating new products, and great apparel. That's another memory. As I used to always stop by and get a Halloween, Ditch Witch.
Oh, it's perfect for Halloween. It's so good.
You guys lead into it, so get something for the wife or daughter.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's always good too.
Well, yeah, anybody that's watching, you can see behind us, we got our underground outfitter store, all kinds of Ditch Witch stuff for sale. Hop online and buy some stuff. But I did want to talk to you. So at Ditch Witch, we have something called the Super Witch, which is just, I'm sure you've probably seen it or you maybe have heard of it, but it is the greatest marketing tool in our industry as far as I'm concerned. We fire that thing up and people just come around, and we were going to try to watch it run this morning, but we got rained out. So we're in a delay maybe. But do you have you seen the Super Witch? What do you think about it? Have you thoughts on Super Witch?
Oh, I have. Again, it's another tradition here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you rev it up, that's got to be the loudest thing here, and it's louder than the jet airplanes that come in. So you guys definitely attract some attention, and that's another thing that I enjoy about this event is the friendly rivalries to see how the vendors try and outdo their competition at this event. It's always interesting.
Yeah, everybody's trying to one up somebody else, right? But yeah, I love that so much when we fire the engine up in that thing and you can just see people, it'll run 3 times a day. It's on a schedule. And people will come to the booth strictly to see that. But even if it's not on their schedule, they'll hear it and they'll come. So it's awesome. Have you been to the other side of the booth here? We have a virtual reality game for the Super Witch. Have you tried that?
No, I haven't. I was also told you guys have like a new tech tent here too.
Yeah, so we do have our new telematics platform. It's called Orange Intel. Yeah, and it's right down the road. We can go there after this podcast and talk to our friends Corey and Amber about all the telematics stuff that we've launched here at the show. But yeah, you kind of brought it up earlier, and you called this our industry Super Bowl, and I couldn't agree more. So this is the show that we try to roll out big new products and get a bunch of eyeballs on them, and Orange Intel is one of them. So yeah, we'll have to go there and talk about it.
Another memory that I have too is this event went on about 2 weeks after 9/11, and we're based out of the Chicago area, and we drove down here, and we didn't know if anybody was going to be here. We didn't know if the event was going to happen, and to our amazement, the parking lot was overflown.
Yeah.
And so everybody drove from all over the country. And I think that just shows the dedication that this industry has to this event.
Yeah, I agree. I think this industry is very passionate about what we do. I mean, that's kind of our battle cry as a brand is like what we do matters. And if you think about that, I mean, our general manager, Kevin Smith, has this awesome 30-second speech that he gives about, the first 30 seconds of your day, Ditch Witch and other underground utility installers have made an impact on your life, right? You wake up and you look at your phone and check sports scores or whatever. Well, we developed the products that help install that to bring data into your house. You flip the light switch on, we helped deliver that power to your house and things like that. So yeah, I couldn't agree more that this industry is very dedicated to what they do. And I think it's a testament to that right now is it's just dumping rain outside and it's busy.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
people here.
Well, on that note, my daughter, who's a 4th grade teacher,
Yeah.
she and I collaborated on a children's book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's called Bucky the Bucket Truck Saves the Day, and it's all about that. I was inspired by seeing some children play with some die-cast bucket truck at Lineman's Rodeo, and just kind of like the magnitude of what their parents sacrifice for them. And so one night when I couldn't sleep, I wrote the script for this, and it's basically kind of a takeoff on based on Hurricane Katrina and a personal thing that happened. We had a tornado go through our area and we were without power for a week.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's kind of like, I relate, it's like camping in your house if you don't have utilities.
Yeah, it's tough.
And so anyway, I ran across this illustrator in my hometown. I love buffaloes, being in Oklahoma area. I'm sure you can relate to the buffalo.
yeah.
And she had drawn a caricature of this buffalo that was on the loose
Okay.
out in our community. And I'm like, who am I going to get to illustrate this? And I look up on the wall and there's her illustration. And I collaborated with her, and it's really cute. It's kind of like Cars meets the utility market.
Okay.
So I've got a copy of a coloring book for you. I'll give it to you on my way out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. So, is that your the only book that you've written, and when were you part of that? Like, when did all that take place? I mean, that's awesome.
It actually occurred 2 years ago before Utility Expo.
Okay.
It was a self-imposed deadline that I wanted to have it done so I could show it here because I knew the people in the market would appreciate it, and then handed it out at Lineman's Rodeo to the families.
Oh, okay.
There is a backhoe in it. I think Becky the backhoe. No directional drilling equipment, but you know what? I think that could be part of the sequel.
There you go. Yeah. And that's good. You need like Daryl the drill or something like that. But yeah, you said something that kind of inspired that was maybe like a die cast model of some equipment. And we were on the phone, like I said, last week or a couple weeks ago, and you asked me for a die cast Ditch Witch drill or something. And I am here to confess that I have failed you miserably. I forgot to bring a die cast of the Super Witch. So I have to get your address. I'll mail you one because we do have that and everybody loves it. But I owe you one.
Yeah, being in the industry for many years and being part of the media, we do get spoiled, and we get some die casts. And I've created a little construction scene in my office.
Yeah.
I have a little die cast collection, and I've cleared a spot for a ditch wave.
I know, and that's on me because I've seen that. It was your background when we were on that Zoom call or Teams call, and it is a nice little just space that is dedicated, and I failed. And that's what I do, but I'll figure something out for you, Kurt.
You know what? I came with a present, though. Back in the day when we were co-locating our utility safety conference here,
Yeah.
Ditch Witch actually sponsored the lanyard. So Scott Peavy was nice enough to do that. So here, I'm going to hand this over to you. Wear it proudly.
My gosh, I will.
That's a collector's item. Maybe you can put that in the Ditch Witch museum. But,
Absolutely. No, it's not going in a museum. It's going on me.
okay.
Well, I'm going to have to worry about this headphone wire later, but I think it looks good on me.
Last time I was here, you guys were introducing the Warlock. Can you give me an update on that?
Yeah, so we have two models of Warlocks now. We've got the W12 and we've got the W8, and they have just been wildly popular within the industry. I don't know if you've seen them driving around, but they are hard to miss. I mean, they look so cool. The graphics on that, little shout out to Ditch Witch Marketing. I don't know who's on that team, but the trucks just look awesome. They perform even better. And it's just been an awesome reception, and we're looking forward to seeing where that industry is going to go and how we can continue to kind of drive that market.
Yeah, we followed the vac truck market, and there were only maybe one or two players several years ago, and now there's a lot more. So I think it's being adopted.
Oh yeah. No, it's been big time for us. Those are obviously the biggest vac trucks that we have in our fleet. We've had the HXT series, but yeah, we introduced those Warlocks in 2022 with a partnership with Tornado in Canada. And it's just been awesome, and we love it, and excited to see where it goes. Kurt, I do appreciate you hopping on with us today. I know you had to trek through all the mud and the rain, but it's awesome that you hopped on. And I hope everybody looks into Utility Fleet Professionals and see all the great stuff that Kurt and his team are doing over there. So we will catch you next time, and that's it. We'll call it a day. Thanks, Kurt.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You bet.
Well, that's it for this week's episode of Beyond the Moon. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast on your favorite platform and follow us on social media @DitchWitch.